What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. And if you guys hold XRP, you're going to want to stick around for this rally that we are going to be talking about. I'll give you guys kind of an insight into what I'm doing right now. And it's been an absolute fun couple days, to say the least. And as we watch the political scene unfold and we get deeper into the little bit of a pillow fight between Elon Musk and Donald Trump, I want to share with you guys kind of my thoughts. We'll get into it. We'll break it all down and kind of talk about how this affects us as XRP holders. We did a live stream talking about it a little bit, but I want to kind of elaborate as we are looking into this XRP price prediction right now in this video. We'll talk about the pullback and kind of where we're going to settle at the bottom. If you guys are in that direction, if you align yourself with me, please leave a comment down below. But I did find this to be very insightful, so I wanted to spend a few minutes talking about it. So if you're new to the channel, awesome. If you are a member of XRP Army, if you've been holding XRP, if you went through the whole SEC litigation, this is the channel for you. We talk it every single day. Appreciate it. And we're going to have some fun here. If you have not done so yet, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us. And let's get right down into it. Okay. So the rally signal the rally signal we're looking for right now, as we talk about kind of what XRP is doing on the day, I'm going to show you guys kind of $2.16 for what we talk about on the price action. And it's exactly kind of what you expected, right? XRP has been kind of resilient to this turmoil that we have in Washington and in the United States. If you guys are watching abroad, I apologize in advance for some of the more richer and powerful people in this country. It's just kind of as much stupid things we have going on in the world that we could spend hours talking about and trying to solve. I just really pray this is a coup in some form or fashion, that we are looking to kind of trick the Dems and kind of get into something, a childish way just to prove a point. I'm just hoping that's what this is, because the alternative, and that this is actually truthful, really has me in a very negative direction within the outlook of what we're seeing there between Elon and Donald Trump. Okay. But as we look at the price action, guys, you can see that we are still maintaining kind of our direction, downward trend down below the moving averages. We have firmly crossed under the 20, 50, 100, and 150 SMAs. And for me, my personal strategy is when we do dip below where we're at and we get closer to $2, this is when I'm kind of dollar cost averaging my way into XRP. If we look back and zoom out a little bit, you can see kind of the strength that we've had within XRP at this level all the way back into November of 2024. Now, that is a lot to take in, but guys, a lot of people are kind of talking about it. I'm reading some hilarious posts on X talking about XRP is a dead coin. It's a scam. It's going to zero. I mean, I got to be honest with you, the amount of XRP that we were able to accumulate, and, we showed up every day. This is kind of where I'm going to show you this. That looks like kind of a flat line, if you will. So more so something that you would see kind of when you're sleeping. But this was the XRP chart as we look into kind of the last 2-3 years. Okay. Go back to the bull run 2020, 2021. XRP was just kind of on the sidelines, right? They had a little bit of a blip, but nothing that what we have seen recently here in 2024, 2025. And even during the height of that bull market, okay, where you see XRP was at a little bit under $2. If you do want to kind of correlate that with where XRP was, a lot of people do think that that is not the case. It depends on who you talk to, what you actually call the all-time high. But the point of the story I'm trying to make is, I quite frankly just don't understand what the skeptics are saying, as XRP has posted one of the biggest gains that I think I've seen in a short period of time for a top 5 crypto. Okay, we're not talking, XRP was 6th, 7th at its low point, but more so in that 5-6 category in market cap. And just kind of looking at it, I just really, quite frankly, don't understand the comments. Okay, XRP found itself trading upwards of $3.40. Looking to break through 350, hit some resistance, and we have since settled down in what I would call the median of what we're looking at within this kind of trading zone back to the late November, early December months of 2024. So as we zoom in, it doesn't tell the whole story, but it tells enough. We are starting to consolidate again. And like I said, guys, this is probably one of my best conviction plays in crypto right now, is XRP close to $2. Could be wrong, could be falling flat on my face, but as we look into this argument, It's a risk that me personally I'm willing to take. If XRP falls to 50 cents and we lose 75% of the value at XRP at $2, just adding to the bag, that's fine. I've lost money elsewhere in high quantities and on business investments, so on and so forth. And if we're going to do it here with the potential to have XRP hit even some of the modest price predictions that some analysts are calling for, that's a risk that I'm willing to take personally. Okay, I'll never tell you guys to buy or sell crypto. Can't give you financial advice, so you got to do what's best for you in that department. But if you are looking to trade crypto, check out our friends at BTCC. 10% back on your first time deposit in that bonus, as well as 40% lower trading fees. One of the best offers running in the market if you are looking for a new exchange. Or if you just want to trade on another exchange and enjoy the perks, see if you like BTCC, okay? There's no VPN, KYC necessary. Check it out, 14 plus years in the industry. And the cool thing about it is spot and leverage trading, okay? So all you leverage traders out there, explore the link down below. You'll know that 40% lower trading fees does come at a benefit, as well as that 10% bonus deposit bonus on your first time deposit, okay? So as we get kind of into this and we look at this model and kind of what we have going on, we have flashed early signs of a reversal. This is where we're going to touch upon it very closely because it is a bottom in after the pullback, okay? And as I pull up the chart, I'm going to show you guys kind of what I'm working with within the numbers. We'll kind of follow along. So please disregard my navy and teal scribbles as we were kind of talking on a live stream. I haven't removed it because I'm going to kind of keep it there just kind of for my reference, okay? But as we dropped from $2.70, where you can see that we're at 270 roughly, this was back in May, just a little bit under that. It was near $2.70. This is kind of where we find a lot of support here in this ballpark, all right? $2 to 205 in the short term. That's kind of what we're looking at. There's going to be a serious kind of momentum in the bearish direction if we were to breach $2. That's why I'm using that strong support as kind of my buy wall. And this is kind of where, as we test back, you could see XRP kind of bounce off of this as we look at kind of testing that. And an early sign of selling exhaustion is kind of what we are seeing. We're getting a longer, lower wicks down as we look at XRP trading. And that's something that we have picked up on in the last few days and weeks. So it's kind of what I'm looking at. I am looking for a bullish divergence. This is something where you look into the lower RSI is still basically kind of giving way to this rebound. And I think that right now, as we look into kind of just the value, XRP is going to get to a point, simply put, where if you guys don't really understand the TA, it's going to get too cheap in terms of evaluation, right? There's nothing really going on in the market, in my personal opinion, that is strong enough to make XRP $5, but it's not anything in the market strong enough to make XRP like $1.50, $2. I just don't see that as being a possibility, okay? But a lot of people out there are thinking that this could be a dead cat bounce. So if you do fall into that camp, you're entitled to your own opinion. But as we've seen kind of this longer term uptrend structure that we are starting to form, and I do want to kind of show you guys that, because if you've been watching me for a long time, I will tell you guys, dating back to the better part of 2021, if you want to really look at it like this, guys, we have been on a steady uptrend. I know it's been kind of ugly, but since, it's still continuing its upward momentum, right? I just don't understand the FUD, right? And I covered XRP extensively, okay? And this is when we weren't doing diddly squat. We were trading at 40, 50, 60 cents, up a penny, down a penny, up for 5%, down 5%. You couldn't swing trade it. There wasn't enough volatility. And nor would I want to personally, but that is just something where that, we had a ton of XRP people watching these videos back when XRP wasn't moving, okay? And those same people, I got to tell you guys, from a community standpoint here on YouTube, XRP is one of the biggest representative in terms of assets that we do cover that I have kind of picked up on. But it comes down to it, I just don't understand the FUD. XRP hit all-time highs this year. There was FUD when XRP wasn't moving. I just think that people need to temper their expectations. And unless you're out there trading on leverage, what do you expect? You expect XRP to do a 100% move overnight tonight? Is that what you're looking for here on YouTube? Because I got to be honest with you guys, you're not going to get it. I just don't understand the logic. We're looking at an asset you know, in a short period of time since November of 2024, that if we want to kind of measure it off and talk about it, if you go back here and you look at kind of where we are at right here, right now, at these so-called horrible, tragic FUD levels, okay, we've moved over 325%, okay, in less than 1 year's time, in 212 days. That's roughly about 7 calendar months. I challenge anyone to find an asset outside of penny stocks or some kind of meme coin or at this size of a market cap to experience a 327% move in a 7-month time period. I really truly do challenge you, if you have one of those at this size of an asset, when we talk market caps, please let me know down below in the comments, okay? But I can already answer that question for you guys. All right, so when we look at the charts, we put it all together. You want to put a bow on it. We have to kind of talk about what we're looking at, and you have to ask yourself the question, okay? And that question that you have to ask yourself is a rally coming, or is this just going to be the same kind of slow bleed that we're getting in the overall market, okay? And I think that's what a lot of people are kind of alluding to as we've seen Bitcoin hit all-time highs. Will we get that altcoin season rally? Will we see the technicals line up with that? Will we see the Bitcoin dominance retreat? And then the next leg up for XRP, potentially from where we're at right now. Just to put a bow on it, I think that XRP can get back to $2.50 without even flexing some muscle. I think it's a 250, 260 crypto in this market. I think personally it's a little bit undervalued, and that's just how I feel about it. So if you don't agree with me, that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. If you do want to kind of comment and you want to let me know what you guys are thinking, I want to get a discussion going. So please leave me a comment down below. Let's try to feed off of this. And unfortunately, with what energy we have here on YouTube, we can't move the needle, okay? If you're watching on X, I applaud you guys for following me every day. Make sure you follow me on that platform. The description will be down below. But it comes down to the same kind of song and dance. We can't move the needle. Crypto now is an institutional-led game. Government entities, nations, as well as, you know, the pseudo whales who actually make up a lot of hedge funds and groups of institutional investors at that size of a scale. They're the ones moving the needles. So as retail goes, as far as we go, all right, our job is kind of reading between the lines, kind of looking to front run the whales and getting ahead of these price movements before we're kind of second to the approach. And that's kind of what my job is as a trader, is to kind of just get us into the right ballpark and be the first ones there and the last ones to leave. Okay, so those are my thoughts. As always, guys, this is not financial advice, just giving you guys my thoughts involving XRP on the day. But I do think that a rally will be incoming, in my personal opinion. I'm not just pumping smoke. You're not going to find that here on this channel, even though it's something where it is an optimistic view. We're not going to pump sunshine on a cloudy day. And that's just how I go about my business, right? If XRP's, you know, headed in the wrong direction, if it's going to hell, I'm going to be the first one to let you guys know. I do not sugarcoat anything. And that's kind of how I feel about it, right? It's just, in my opinion, it's way too cheap. We might sniff $2, but here at these levels, one of my best conviction plays right now out of the top 10 cryptos that I do hold. So that's what I got. Enjoy the weekend, guys. As always, and gals, if you're following along, if you're still here and you have not subscribed, make sure you all do that down below. Also, check out our friends at BTCC. Appreciate anybody who does trade leverage or spot trading on that platform. The link is down below if you want to get those sign-up promotions. But with that being said, we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.